indescribable sensation of unconditional love. In every way, the near-death experience is a new brand of mystical encounter with the divine. Unlike the classical mystical experience that descends upon the individual devoted to contemplation and silence, the NDE occurs as a result of a trauma, an accident, or an illness. It is trans-religion, trans-vegetarian, trans-everything. I know one man personally who is a mercenary who was on his way to work one day, meaning he was off to shoot 3 people, when he had an accident and had a near-death experience. Suddenly, he was out of his body and surrounded by the individuals he had murdered, all of whom told him he had to stop immediately. Needless to say, he did, but let me add, the message was delivered with compassion and not the fires of hell. Today, he obviously leads a very different life. As a mystical experience, the near-death experience is yet another expression of how we have arrived at a point in our spiritual evolution at which we are mystics without monasteries. We are no longer choosing spiritual paths as such, but rather we are being called. No one chooses a near-death experience. From a mystical perspective, it can be considered a calling, a directive from the divine giving an individual a profound experience of illumination that results in a complete transformation of the senses and an awakening of the soul's authority within one's consciousness. Such a transformation reorders a person's life compass, shifting it from an externally focused instrument to an internally focused one in which values such as service to others is recognized as a true command from God. The stories and wisdom contained in Lessons from the Light are, for me, a combination of hope and contemporary mystical wisdom. I know these stories are authentic and that the experiences of what comes after this life are real. But perhaps more importantly than waiting until we die to appreciate this wisdom, the true richness of the experiences of these individuals and Ken's research provide spiritual reasons to believe your life has meaning now. Everything you do, say, think, feel, and every action you initiate matters. Every relationship is significant, and every choice you make, no matter how small, has enormous consequences. No matter how your day begins, by nightfall, you can be sure you have made at least 100 choices, and each one has significantly changed your life, your body, your blood pressure, your friendships, your weight, your work, your finances, and the quality of your life, and the lives of countless individuals, most of whom you will never meet. Not only that, you have no idea how you have influenced your next day, next week, and next month. And each choice, each one, is noted by heaven, as is every prayer. That truth is as soft in the soul as knowing we never lose our loved ones, and that the divine is truly a being of compassionate love. This book is a treasure that validates all that is good about living a blessed, grateful, and conscious life. And while it is true that living a conscious life is difficult, knowing that every choice we make genuinely matters to others and ourselves makes the higher choice worth the effort. It is comforting to know, as NDEs suggest, how closely guided we are every moment of our lives. That may seem incomprehensible and even doubtful during times of despair, but such is the nature of mystical truth. It is incomprehensible and ultimately can only be appreciated through faith. Forward 1998. Bruce Grayson, M.D. If any one person can claim to be an authority on near-death experiences, NDEs, without having had one, that person must surely be Kenneth Ring. After Raymond